Get Insights.
Hello viewers, welcome to Get Insights. Brits and Americans are joined by a common language, but there are many differences. Today we are going to look at 25 more words that we say differently. In my last lesson about British and American English, we looked at different words that have the same meaning. I am sure you are going to know some of them, but I have added a few that you may not know, to keep you on your toes. So, without further ado, let's start with number 1. In US English, we use both, but drapes sound better when referring to window coverings. Drapes refers to fancier and more expensive curtains. And curtains in British English. Let's move on to the next. The term faucet is commonly used in the USA to describe the external fixture designed to control the flow of water into the sink. On the other hand, the term tap is used in British English to describe the same feature. Number 3. An outdoor area containing one or more types of plants. Americans call it their yard. And in British English, the term garden is used. In Britain, a backyard is a space behind the house that's not a garden and cultivated, and usually quite small. Number 4 is a long, narrow metal or plastic object with 2 rows of teeth, used for closing or opening something, especially a piece of clothing. The British word is zip, and the usual American word is zipper. Number 5. North Americans use a vacuum cleaner, or vacuum, to clean surfaces with suction, while Britons use the hoover. Number 6. In British English, we say dummy, and in American English, we say pacifier. Number 7. A small bed that is specially made for infants and young children. The term cot is mainly used in British English, whereas the term crib is often used in American English. Number 8. It originally referred to a diamond-patterned cloth, which had many uses but came to be associated with guarding babies' bottoms. Of course, nappy is British, as well as Australian and Irish, whereas diaper is American. Okay, let's get on to number 9. Postcodes are associated with the United Kingdom, while zip codes are associated with the United States. Postcodes are used within a country to deliver documents, whereas zip codes help in the identification of the exact larger location. A postcode is either longer or shorter, while a zip code is between 5 and 8 characters. So, let's kick off with number 10. The public service by which letters and parcels are collected and delivered is usually called the post in British English, and the mail in American English. Number 11. In the US, the subway is an underground railroad in a city. In the UK, you would call this the underground or the tube. When British speakers say subway, they mean an underground tunnel that people can walk through to get to the other side of a busy road. It's safest to use the subway to get across at this corner. Number 12. A flyover is the upper level of a crossing of 2 highways at different levels, called an overpass in the United States. An overpass is called a flyover or a flypast in England. Number 13. Trouser is a word that is used mostly in America, whereas pant is a word that is used by the people of the United Kingdom. Number 14. In American English, vest refers to a sleeveless underjacket that is worn as part of formal attire or as part of a lounge suit. In the United Kingdom and many Commonwealth countries, this is known as a waistcoat. Number 15. To a certain extent, especially in the second half of the last century, timetable was the common British English usage, whereas schedule was, and still is, the common US English usage. Number 16. At school, we are divided into age groups. Those were the years, as they are now known in the United Kingdom. In American English, they would say grade. In British English, it's a year. And in American English, it's a grade. So, what year are you in at school? Or, what grade are you in at school? Number 17. In British English, the subject we study at school is abbreviated as maths. And in American English, they don't use that S and say math. Number 18. In both the United States and Canada, a resume is preferred. Americans and Canadians would only use a CV when they were applying for a job abroad or if they were looking for an academic or research-oriented position. In America, this document is called a resume, which is basically French for a summary. A CV is preferred in the UK but also in countries that have more in common with the UK, such as Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand. Number 19. Mobile is the term used in Britain, while cell is the term used in the USA. Number 20. In British English, a bill is a piece of paper showing how much money you must pay for a meal in a restaurant. We paid our bill and left. In American English, a piece of paper like this is called a check. He waved to a waiter and asked for the check. 21. The little dot that you can find at the end of a sentence is called a period in American English, and a full stop in British English. 22. While it might be true that the British use exam more than test, and the Americans use test more than exam. 23. When we are moving in the opposite direction from how a clock would move. In the United Kingdom, they would say anti-clockwise. In American English, it's counterclockwise. 24. Tins come from the UK. Cans come from the United States. The final one. A container for liquid with a handle and a spout is called a jug in British English. In North American English, a pitcher is a container with a handle, a wide open top, and a spout. Alright, guys, that's it for today. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed it. Share the knowledge. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you watch part 1 for more vocabulary. I would consider it if you would click the like button on this video just so I can know that it has been helpful to you thus far. Thank you. I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.